when the petitioner filed the first submissions for the first application seeking for documents, it did not find it necessary to file the said further supplementary affidavit. The directions given by the court must be complied with. The duty to comply with directions is upon the Learned Counsel for the petitioner. I am now faced with a situation where the petitioner's submissions on the second application, together with the further supplementary affidavit, have not even reached this court. The Learned Counsel for the second and third respondent told the court that he has been served with the said submissions this morning while in court by WhatsApp. Justice is a double-edged sword which cuts both ways, and it is in the interest of justice that the Learned Counsels for the respondents be granted, be served properly with the submissions and the further supplementary affidavit, and that they respond to the same before we can proceed with the pre-trial conference. Since the hearing dates for the main petition have already been taken, I direct that we take a further date for the pre-trial conference to proceed this week to enable the Learned Counsels for the respondents to be served with the further supplementary affidavit and also the submissions for the second application and to respond to the same. The pre-trial conference will therefore proceed on Friday, 25th of November 2022 at 11 a.m. The said further supplementary affidavit and the submissions for the second application to be served upon the respondents before the close of business today.
There's only one party, the IBC, that had tried to comply, but he still needs some additional time. And therefore, the main reason why the petitioner could not be able to finish doing his supplementary affidavit is because on Sunday, His Excellency the President made a statement in church in which he said that all polling results are showing that Mheshimiwa was going to win this seat and not his party. So he had to come very late to pray. So he attributed the victory to his candidate of UDA to prayers. Now the petitioner also is aggrieved because he says he's also a man of God. He's a devout Catholic, I believe you said that. And he also prayed for the victory, and he believes that his prayers worked. But if the other side also said their prayers worked, it is the reason why we have this matter before the court. And it makes it more necessary that we should count these votes to see which prayers really worked, because apart from prayers, people voted. Like it happens with all petitions, to have the election, who is the MP of this area? The one who was declared the winner? The one who was John Mashua? Yes. To be declared as having not been lawfully, validly elected. So, but to do that, we need to prove that indeed there were election malpractices. Some of them were manipulation of the voter turnout, and others were vote stuffing, others was prevention of agents to do their work. So there were all these issues that we have raised in our petition, that we are also urging in our applications that we have filed. So at the end of the day, we are seeking for nullification of the results that were declared.
The court to seek justice, to petition the results that were declared after the 2022 elections, because we felt that there were so many malpractices and election offenses that were committed, and if we went silent, then that would mean that even in future such offenses are going to be committed with impunity, and the people who are going to be declared going forward as winners may not be necessarily the wish of the people. So we are here to seek for justice. We are here to make sure that in future such offenses are not repeated. And that is why through our advocate here, we have petitioned this court to look at steps that were taken. Our agents were denied access to polling centers. Some were accepted or were allowed into the centers much later in the day. In some of the centers, throughout the day, the whole voting was done when we were not represented for flimsy reasons that the IEBC presented. And that is why we have come here today, not only to seek justice, but to ensure that going forward, elections in Kenya will be done in a transparent way, in a free and fair way, and in a way that each vote will count, and the results that will be declared will be the will of the people who have voted. Like the president said, and I thank him because he's a prayerful president and he's a Christian. And I also want to assure the people of Kiambu that I'm also a prayerful person, and I really prayed for this election. But I would like to inform our people that not all the people who were involved in this election are God-fearing. There are others who believe in other forces. There are others who do not have respect for rule of law. There are others who are in these elections who will do anything to make sure that they get their way and disrespect the will of the people of Kiambu. And that is why we have come to this court, so that we make sure that the will of people of Kiambu prevails beyond any other forces that other people may bring.